out a Kangol, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we finish off Week 4 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Commanders. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there. It looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that time.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Tyreek Hill. Career touchdown number 136. Tying it with Marshall Faulk for 7th on the all-time list. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done.
And the ball is knocked out. And does Washington have it? They do. And maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got some space here. Past the 20. For a touchdown, Washington. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is complete downfield to Knox. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Touchdown! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
But listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have beat a defender for the football, he has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. They go play action with Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Johnson blitzing from the secondary and picking up the sack.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. On the return, Johnson. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the right side, this is Taylor. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball was knocked free. And a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for more. And got his man complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the option to give to Taylor here. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. They'll run here with Taylor. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
On the
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Taylor is into the end zone for a Bears touchdown. Able to punch it in on 3rd down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he's got room. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Second and 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing in the coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. And sometimes you have to be careful and get too confident and throw an interception.
The offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Off the option, here's Taylor. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets them a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Ready?
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Shifts by him. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On the option to give to Taylor here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. This from 32 yards away. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust it.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Jackson. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
It looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jackson. He's got a man complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big gain of 39 on third.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Come back in! Ryan!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Right there, hurt. Hey, check that, street.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Pass the 60.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
19
From the gun, it's Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
19 tight. 7 Pirates. Trap 50.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. It's a room to maneuver. Touchdown, Washington. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game,
You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond. Not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. On second down, it's Taylor. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. On the counter, it's Taylor. Room here to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Fix the eagle! Fix the eagle!
Off the option, here's Taylor. They find some open field here. 125 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll look to throw here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
In the third quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. He'll drop to throw. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Happy 60, happy 60.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talked about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Cook running right. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Play action. It's Jackson. Gonna throw right side here. Complete. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And some room to roam now. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 189 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They run it again with Cook. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Touchdown, Washington. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Let's go now.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Boston, 50 Boston. 79 Broncos. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got his open man, it's Carr. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the option to give to Taylor here. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. He sank back at the 24. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Monty Rice. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 57 yards on the ground. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Commanders have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. I'd like to be those defensive coaches, though. That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Washington, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.